What's up, guys? It's your boy, Evil Platypus. And today, I'm going to talk to you about a question a lot of people have been asking these past couple years. Is Call of Duty dying? I'm going to do my best to debunk this question once and for all over the cover of some Black Ops 3 gameplay on Aquarium where I went 12 and 15, going no scope only with that PO6 you see in my hand right there. That being said, let's start the gameplay and get right into the discussion. In recent years, the Call of Duty games we've been getting have seemed pretty abysmal when compared to the previous titles of last gen, which is completely crazy to think about. By all means, Call of Duty should be getting better now, since now it's on consoles that can support much more than the previous Call of Duties were capable of. Yet the common consensus is that Call of Duty is declining as opposed to soaring to greater and greater heights. But just think of it this way. The previous Call of Duty games were amazing. It seemed as though every title up to Black Ops 2 that we were getting was just as good, if not better than the last, and it got to the point where everyone loved Call of Duty so much and they knew that this was a game that would always be on top. But how realistic is it to expect a game to get better and better every single time? No game series can be perfect, especially once you start getting to the point of having 10 games put into that series. Call of Duty has been around for a long time, and it's really not fair to expect that it will be amazing every year. Hell, even series like Halo, Fallout, Resident Evil 4, Battlefield, I could go on, have had a few bad eggs compared to the rest, and these games, I mean not even compared to the rest, just in general, they've had bad games. And these game series are still known as some of the best game series out there. People have acknowledged these bad games from those series, but they still say the series is amazing and doing well. I mean, after Resident Evil 5 and 6, which was shit compared to Resident Evil 4 and some of the previous titles from then, they're still excited about Resident Evil 7 coming out in just a few days, if not a few weeks. So why is that series good despite having two bad games back to back but not Call of Duty? I mean, after the Modern Warfare series and Black Ops 1 and 2, it's asking a lot to demand that the next Call of Duty will be amazing as well. Call of Duty Ghosts is when people say the downfall began. But let me ask you this. A simple question, just think about it. Why? Why was this game so bad? Because the kill streaks weren't good? Because the side mode was garbage? Because people hated the cliffhanger at the end of the campaign? What was it? Because when I see Call of Duty Ghosts, I see a great game, not a bad game that started a downfall. Because unlike most of the Call of Duty community nowadays, I didn't get spoiled from the good titles. I was still able to discern a good game from a bad game, even if that game wasn't as good as the previous titles of the same publisher. Then, the year Advanced Warfare came out and everyone got what they wanted, change was also the year everyone bagged on and criticized them for changing. Well, how the hell does that make sense? You got what you wanted, didn't you? I mean, didn't you? Well, how do you guys have the nerve to bite the hand that feeds you? Sure, it was a huge step to pop into a spacesuit simulator when we were so used and accustomed to a war simulator. But for what the game itself is, it's not a bad game. You guys don't pick on Halo for the boost jumps and for everything else, so why is this game any different? Did I actually just say, why is this game every different? Oh my god. Is it because, well, as I said, I mean, is it because Halo's been doing it for years and Call of Duty hasn't? Well, that's just bullshit. But now we have two new major Call of Duty titles out there, being Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. What, did you think I was going to say Modern Warfare Remastered when I said 2? Remember, I also said new. A remastered game isn't new, it just has new graphics. There is a big difference. Getting back on topic, Black Ops 3 was an amazing Call of Duty. It's not in the top 3, but I mean, that is a hard group to get into now, isn't it? And Infinite Warfare isn't there as well, but it's still a great game. Call of Duty is bringing new content every year, and even if one aspect of these is bad, from the campaign or the multiplayer or the side mode, the games themselves have more pros than cons. And it's kind of sad to think about the fact that the game that started this downfall, Call of Duty Ghosts, is now getting the recognition it deserves after people started hating on these new innovative Call of Duties. So that's the last question. Why was it so bad one year, then so great the next? Because it was better than these new ones? Well, last year you hated it because it wasn't good. The quality of the game that comes after it shouldn't have any impact on how the game before it was. A game is good because it's good, not because another game is worse. I mean, that makes even less sense than hating Call of Duty for changing when you wanted it yourself. I think everyone is looking way too far into the quality of these current titles when compared to the predecessors, and they're forgetting to define how good it is for the game itself. If you take away the aspect of compare and contrast and look at the game for what it is, you'll realize that all of these games are still good games. So with all of that being said, all of that's out of the way, is Call of Duty dying? No, not by any means. Call of Duty will always be around because these titles are still good titles, even if they're not as good as the ones before it. But to push this point to its peak, to make it absolutely clear, let's hypothesize for just 1 second. Let's imagine that I had changed my thoughts on all of these, and throughout this video I said that I personally thought that the past 4 major Call of Duties, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, were all trash, and that I hated every single one of them, not just as titles compared to the rest, but in general. If I said that these were bad games, like bad compared to, like, what's a really bad game that people... I can't actually think of a really bad game off the top of my head, but let's just say that on a scale of 1 to 10, I thought that these 4 games were at the very most a 4. Let's just say they were absolute trash and I hated every single one of them. Would I then say that Call of Duty is dying? No, I actually wouldn't. This series isn't alive just because the games are good, but because Activision is a company and they need to make money, and Call of Duty does make money. Regardless of if the games are good or not, the game will never be dead because people will always want to buy it and check it out. Unless the Call of Duty consumers as a whole stop purchasing Call of Duty and the sales plummet for several years in a row, Call of Duty will never be dead. In fact, the only thing I think of dead is the community's sense of judgment when determining the value of a good game. But that's a topic for a different video. I've already made my point, so I don't need to go on. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, subscribe. It helps me out a bunch. Like the video or dislike, it makes no difference to me. Leave a comment down below telling me whether I was right or wrong, why I was right or wrong, and what your opinion is on it. Leave a suggestion for other topics you want to hear me talk about, for other videos you want to see, whether it's a real life video, vlog of me in person talking to the camera, me doing a real life challenge like the cinnamon challenge, the smoothie challenge, the ghost chili pepper challenge. Or if you just want to see me do goofy random things or parodies, I don't know. Just leave me suggestions for what you want to see other than live streams, because I'm still going to do those when I feel like it. And I'll do it. And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.